Good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing this morning? It is currently January the 10th, Friday, and boy, oh boy, didn't we have some impressive totals in the North Texas area alone, pretty much all the way down to Dallas. These are going to kind of be our past 24-hour snow total reports, some by radar indication, some by safety management and storm chasers in the public, and etc. We can start down here near Dallas, near the Garland area, 2 inches reported by emergency management. We can go up a little bit more north towards Admire, Oklahoma. 9 inches, almost a foot up there. Coming back down to Texas, Gainesville, about 6.5 inches. We were chasing out in Denton yesterday, all the way back to the DFW area. Had some pretty good snow bands come over. Reports of 3.5 inches, 3.5. Reports of 6 inches just to the north of that. So some pretty impressive widespread totals. And the storm's not completely done yet. We did have some impressive blizzard conditions last night as well in Amarillo area, which wasn't anticipated. It wasn't expected at all. And one spot picked up on 12 inches of snow. A foot of snow in Amarillo wasn't anticipated. That was not forecasted, but it happened. So that's pretty impressive. Obviously, a bulk of a lot of the bigger totals are going to be out here towards the Little Rock area, Arkansas. Pretty much a widespread 10 inches plus going into Little Rock, downtown Little Rock, picking up on about half a foot of snow to a foot of snow. And yeah, it's like I said, this is not done. It's going to go through the Carolinas later on today, and eventually it's going to move off to the East Coast, which should do pretty shortly here. And then we're going to start talking about our next winter storm. Alrighty, jumping over to our trusty Euro model, which did a pretty decent job when it came to forecasting this previous winter storm that just came through the south. And it's starting to indicate that we could have another potential anomaly that's going to form up here, another polar vortex, potential Arctic blast. That doesn't mean necessarily a big all-out snowstorm just yet, because mind you, this is still well over 7-10 days away, so things can and will change and adjust as we move forward. But all the models are showing a different signal now that we could potentially have a colder and stronger Arctic blast than what we just experienced. And as we push this in time from here, you'll notice around January the 12th to the 13th, over the next couple of days in the short term, we're going to get another little piece of energy up here in the Dakotas that is going to eventually sweep down through Wisconsin, Michigan area, bringing some decent snowfall in totals, and then slithering off to the East Coast by bringing potentially a little bit of snow over here. And behind that, we're going to get some more above average temperatures. It's going to warm up a little bit. It's not going to be anything crazy in the south. We're not going to hit like 80 or 90s. And then after that warm up, the question lies, what's going to happen then? Because almost every single model now, and the trends are that we're going to see some type of big Arctic blast going into the middle and later half of January. About January the 19th to the 20th right now is what the models are thinking. And if this specific model holds true, I mean, we're talking, temperatures well below average, 26 degrees Celsius below average. I mean, this Arctic blast reaches all the way to Mexico, right? But we can't put a lot of stock into this just yet, because our previous winter storm that we just experienced, when we were looking at it this far out, it showed similar things like this. A massive polar vortex showed negative temperatures getting all the way down to the coast, and lo and behold, temperatures really struggle to reach freezing down here in central Texas. So with that being said, it's a trend. We're going to continue to monitor that trend. Obviously, keep y'all up to date with the latest and greatest information here. Let's go ahead and jump over, because I think come February, we're going to start seeing a little bit more warmer temperatures, and then we're eventually going to start talking about severe weather as well. Alrighty, now going back up north and turning our view to the Dakota/Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota area. Like I said, we're going to have this little storm system that's going to come through over the next couple days, beginning around the 13th of January, 12th, 13th of January. But it's also going to bring very, very cold temperatures to the north up here. Anywhere from Milwaukee, Minnesota, Wisconsin is going to be experiencing negative temperatures, potentially negative 15 temperatures, going all the way from Minnesota to Wisconsin, all the way back towards the Michigan state, and potentially eventually negative temperatures getting down all the way to Illinois, Indiana, and potentially down to Kentucky. So this is definitely going to be some brutal cold temperatures. These are not even the wind chills, so mind you that these are just the normal temperatures. They're going to fluctuate just a little bit, but like I said, prepare for that. And then, like I said, at the end, come of closer to January 20th, we're going to get that potential Arctic blast that's going to come through and just really blanket everybody. At some day before the end of January is over, almost every single person is going to be in negative temperatures up here, negative 17, negative 20, below zero. But like I said, that's still far out in La La Land, but definitely prepare for that in the short term between January the 12th and January the 14th if you're up here in the North Dakotas and Michigan, Wisconsin area. Alrighty, now before we wrap today's video up, I just want to kind of show y'all a brief overlay of what could potentially happen, what has to happen. And it's going to be kind of the same situation and scenario for us to get snowfall down here in the south, again in Texas and potentially in the Dixie Alley area coming up with this next Arctic blast. And it's going to be kind of a similar situation if it holds true. If this continues, the latest models want to show this low pressure system blowing up over here near the Mexico area, coming over here. We're going to have a trough that's going to come down. Like I said, things are going to change, so take this with a grain of salt. It's very far out, and it's going to kind of bring it down here, and it's going to flow all this moisture up here into Texas, and that's going to allow for, like I said, if the temperatures are freezing, obviously snow, but it's going to see something we have to watch for going in the rest of the month of January. We're going to have potential other pieces of energy that we're going to keep our eye on, but that's really how you get snow down here. You have to have some type of system that comes out of the Gulf of Mexico or Pacific, and you got to have those energies that are pulling it north while that cold, thick Arctic air is, coming down, but you also have to have something up here to pull all of it up, if that makes sense. Hopefully I explained that good enough. Like I said, there are a lot of moving parts when it comes to getting snow down here in the south. So with that being said, we're going to continue to monitor it. I'll keep you all up to date as the trends come out over the next couple of days, in the next week or two. And don't forget, I did post a video about yesterday's winter storm chase as well. We went to Denton, Texas, got some good footage of the snow up there all the way back to the DFW area, so check it out. It should be either right here, or right here, or right there, somewhere on this screen. Definitely go check it out. I love y'all. I appreciate the support. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on bell notifications. It's completely free, helps out the channel a lot. And with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video.